The space of being. That's it. That's it. Yes. I
Awesome.
am.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you back. We're back now for our fourth episode on Nothing New Under the Sun. This title of this episode is called The Power of Choice, Aligning Your Path with Divine Design. So, welcome back. I'm your host, T Squared.
This your man God, baby.
And we're bringing you some more timeless wisdom. And just a reminder, this is a space where eternal truth meets everyday life, okay? Where scripture, universal law, and timeless wisdom remind us of who we really are. Because under the sun, there is nothing new. Okay, only truth to remember. So, with that being said, we're going to go over a quick recap of our previous episodes for those who may have missed. So, in our last episode, we explored the law of reflection, the principle that says your outer world is a mirror of your inner world. Okay, it's a reflection. We saw it in scripture. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. But essentially, he sees himself but doesn't know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that understanding or overstanding of the law of reflection, we learn that life doesn't lie to us about what it is that is in our immediate view. It's reflecting us. So, the key takeaway was simple. If you don't like what you see, don't break the mirror. Change what's inside. And then the reflection will shift. All right. So now, the theme of this episode, episode 4, with understanding the law of reflection and knowing that we have to change what's inside. This is the law of choice. So today we step into another universal principle. Okay. Choice is the hinge between what could be and what becomes. It's the lever that collapses possibility into reality. In cryonics, choice is cosmic authorship. In the Hermetic teachings, free will directs vibration. And in Bible, Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19, I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life.
Choose life.
In other words, every decision you make is a seed. Every choice you take is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. So if there's something about the picture that you're not liking, you can make a different choice. You can make a different brushstroke. Those who are artists, you know how you paint over a canvas and you redo it. You can redo it. It's all about the choices.
Yeah. No, so yes, right. The first part of these episodes where I'm usually just trying to let us get into it, and I'm always just get inspired, right? So usually how it goes is T Square he puts together the the outline for the show, and I do more of the back end stuff. So I get like an idea, but kind of I'm liking the way it goes where I can experience it, right? He has that voice there that kind of it communicates it in a certain way. Bro, no, seriously though, like Deuteronomy, right? In other words, I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing, therefore choose life. It's the choice. But it's you only choose through awareness. And I'm gonna go back to that, right? So many people don't choose, not because they don't want to choose, it's because they don't know they have a choice. And so trying to empower people to recognize that, like, yeah, your awareness of your ability to choose is the freedom. You can choose.
Entirely.
That's the free will.
Entirely.
Yeah.
So again, it's one of those things, another principle to help us on our journey to reclaim the power that we unknowingly give away because of lack of whatever knowledge, remembrance, experiences that may have brought on that experience for you to gain that awareness. But this is why we're here, to help possibly shorten that experience for you to where you can begin to make the choices that align with who you are meant to be.
1,000%.
So now let's move into a little bit of a breakdown on that. So as far as choices, your choice creates pathways. So think of life like a branching tree. Every choice opens one path and closes another. Indecision, that's staying stuck at the trunk and never climbing higher. So it was a great mentor said, Les Brown, he's a great speaker.
Mm-hmm.
I used to listen to him all the time, but he always said, human beings have unlimited potential. Tree's going to be a tree. That tree's going to grow as tall as it can, as high as it can, and branch out as far as it can. every time, every year, every season on repeat.
Mm-hmm.
We have unlimited potential. We can do far greater things than these, is what he said. So, scriptural wise, right? So, choose ye this day whom ye will serve. The Bible makes clear the choice clear. Neutrality is not neutral; it's stagnation. So you have to make a choice of which way you're going to. And
No,
there's
yeah.
really no wrong choice. It's all about how you feel about the choice.
Yeah, it really comes down to your I am, what you think and feel about yourself, and then how you choose to express yourself, right? How you choose to show up as that version of what version of you choose to show up as. You can show up as any I am, but if you cannot choose to be that in this moment, right? Because the one thing about presence is that you don't have to choose, like you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go anywhere to choose a different I am to influence your state. You think you do, but you don't have to. You can choose to be happy right now. You can choose to be grateful right now. It's a choice. That's the power of choice. And the awareness of that freedom of choice is one in which is enlightenment. I'm not angry because I don't get angry. I'm not angry because I'm not attached to it.
But just making the choice, you'll find out quicker by making a choice if that's something that you like or you don't like. So definitely not sitting on the fence isn't the way to figure it out. When
Bro,
you
my fucking eyes. I feel like I'm blinking too much. I'm gonna take a nap. You see me over here? I'm yawning and shit. I'm trying not. I'm struggling. Oh shit! I turned it down. Say it again. No, no, I do. I ain't even going front. I made it to 3. Let's stop it here. We got some good stuff.
Okay.
We could just continue this episode. So we right at the
we had 17 minutes.
So no, yeah, we at the connection.
At the end of the breakdown,
yeah, the
identity
stagnation.
Connection.
Yeah, identity and choice. Yeah. So we can keep this going. We can come back.
So I was about to pick up where we left off.
Okay.
Because we were in the breaking it down portion of it, and we were at our third point, which is identity plus choice connection. Identity plus choice connection. So if you believe you're small, then you'll choose small. So if you remember, you are one with God. Like you'll choose boldly, knowing that the universe walks with you. So what you, I know we were having a separate conversation earlier about identities and labels and stripping those things off down to its source. Now, you can choose ones that are either empowering you or not so much. Choosing to rock with God is the choice I'm gonna choose because I know what that come with. I'm fully equipped.
Yeah, but like the
like in the video games, your character you gotta go buy the armor and put it on, and you gotta buy these other pieces and put it on. Like, nah, I'm already suited and booted.
But I think this is the part. Like the thing that stood out to me is like if you believe small, you'll choose small, right? When you play in this game, like when you don't know all the options, when you don't know, hey, like you can choose. You ever see a little kid like, I didn't know we could pick that. And it's like, yo, you didn't ask. Like, don't be mad at him
right.
because he was willing to ask. Like, you saw it, you wanted it, but you were thinking small. You were like, oh, you already assumed that you couldn't get it. That's for the big people. You told your own narrative. Yeah, right. that was it. So that's the power of it, is that the choice, right? In walking with God, in walking with source, in walking with space, is that it's infinite, is that it's abundant, is that it's boundless, is that it's prosperous, is that it's unconditional, that is ever expanding, that is always unfolding, that is always providing, that is always resonating, that is always moving, that is always there. It's consistent. And that's there is no worry, there is no fear, there is no stress in that, right? Like the only choice that you should be making, right? The only choice that you truly have to make is the choice to believe in your own freedom or not. If you choose right now to, am free to be me, free as the bird is to be a bird and as the tree is to be a tree. I am free. I'm provided for by the creator of the entire universe. Or you can choose to live in whatever or you can choose to live in whatever other condition you deem the one you got to live in. You can live in a free one, right? Where it's like, yo, I don't have to worry about nothing. I'm here. I exist, and whatever made up existence as a possibility, I've been a recipient of his gift. Or you can be, I got to work hard. I got to do this. I got to do that. It's that's the choice.
And that is the part of, because I did that for a while. Marine Corps, like work hard. Like I was doing that. Get promotions. Yeah, no, something still wasn't adding up. I was doing, it was a lot of forcing.
Mm-hmm.
You ended up conforming because, as we grow up, oh, you should do this, you should do that, or that people tell you what they think is best for you, and that's what they sign you up for, or they send you. But it's that experience that helps shape you into finding out, truly where you are and what you want. Because everyone's only ever operating from their level of understanding. So that's what they thought was best. But let me give it a go, and then I'll show you what's.
Yeah, and but the beauty of it is like, don't be upset.
Yes,
You
that part.
got to experience it.
Yeah.
What else was you gonna do? Nothing.
You gotta be. Yeah, you don't have.
You would have had another experience, and you might not even. You assuming you would have liked the other one. It might have been worse.
You have no idea. No idea. So that's why I'm appreciative for the things that have taken place in my experience.
For what is.
It's how I've got to be who I am now. I know a lot of it's just built in. It's all built in, but I've been able to allow it to rise to the surface.
And that's the beauty of it. Every single possibility of existence has in them the ability to turn the experience into exactly what is necessary to grow and to become exactly what you were destined to become. But it's through choice. Unless you start to make decisions based on what you actually think is a possibility and what you actually want to experience as possibilities, you will not manifest them. If the only possibilities you know are those that were given to you by your environment, your teachers, your so on and so forth, right? Like you just said, we're told like, oh, you should. The possibilities was go to college, go to the army, get the hell out, right? Like, get a job. I'm sorry, get a job, go to college, go to the army, get the hell out, go figure it out on your own,
right?
And so like it's
right. Those were the options, but there were so many more. There were so many more options. It's like, wait, hold up.
These are the only options you got though. Here in this world, these are the only options you got. You got it. And so yeah, like you didn't know something else. And then when you go out into the world and you see other possibilities, you're like, no.
Wait a minute. But wait a minute. Why didn't they tell me about this?
Because they didn't know. Or and if they did know, they was afraid. Like you don't, once the moment that you become aware, and that's why it's awareness first. The moment that you become aware, now it becomes up to you to choose. When you didn't know, you was cool. Like you, hey, listen, you ain't know. You ain't nobody came for it.
You wasn't even mad. You wasn't even mad.
You was chilling, bro. Like you thought this, you were on the right track. The moment that you was like, no, hold on, this ain't
it.
That mean, oh no, fuck that. But when you said that, you was like, oh man, I'm just gonna do it anyway. Oh no, like I'm sorry, I found out y'all was paying this person more than me. Hey, listen, from now on, I'm not doing that. Why not? Because my contract that I agreed to said that I would do this under this rate and that they would do this. But I was under the assumption we worked as a team equally, and that like, our responsibilities were negotiable because I'm doing things that he's getting compensated for. I'm no longer doing them. Or you can fire me. Shit. I wasn't aware before. What you mean? You've been doing it. Yeah, I wasn't aware that you paid him $20,000 more than me. Now I'm aware. I have a choice to continue to do something that isn't working in my best interest, or I can remove myself.
Right. That's awesome. But
these other motherfuckers that work here, they might not know they got a choice. Right. They might not know that. So I know I got a choice.
Right. So then we talk about choices. Let's look at the practical application part of this law of choice, and how do we practice that, and how do we become better at being aware of the choices as they arrive. So pausing before action. We live in a really reactive time and not responsive time. So like before reacting, ask yourself, is this choice aligned with who I truly am? When you ask yourself questions like that, you begin to process through those feelings you're having about what's being presented to you. then you can make better decisions on the choices. And then choosing intentionally. So write down one decision each morning that affirms your highest path. So anything like I'm aligned with my divine purpose and I trust that it's already unfolding in perfect harmony. Something like that. And the release of fear or wrong choices. So even mistakes carry wisdom. All right. So there's always something that you can get out of what seems like a negative situation, something positive. The real danger isn't the wrong choice. The real danger is no choice. Choosing not to do nothing because things are still occurring whether you choose or don't choose. So, in order to be a cooperative component within, you want to make a choice and not just let your life be reflective of just things happening to you. Instead, you can begin to shape the world and reality that you want for yourself by the choices that you make. So don't beat yourself up on the ones that are wrong because there is some right direction that you've got from that wrong choice. That's not for you anymore. So you have an option to choose something that's better for you. And remember, the power is not in knowing all outcomes, but in choosing with clarity and faith where you can make a better choice. And stick with that choice. We live in a reflective world. There are things that will try to persuade you from that choice because they know the old version of you. But you have to stick with the clarity that you have and the faith that you have and keep flowing forward, not backwards. So in closing, again, this is the fourth episode, nothing new under the sun. The law of choice is both gift and responsibility. God gave us free will not to wander lost, but to walk in alignment. Every choice is an act of creation, every thought. So this week, don't just drift. You cannot drift to the top of the mountain. Side, don't just hope. Choose, because the moment you choose with awareness, you step into authorship of your destiny. This is nothing new under the sun. I'm your host, Thomas Lee.
This your man God.
Reminding you, God and you are one. The universe and you are one. Remember who you are. Peace.
Let's get it. Let me do my theme music. Yeah, man. Let me see.